Welcome back to Typology Gifts. I'm Dan. Today it's my cake day on Reddit, so I am responding to INFJ subreddit posts. I hope you've been enjoying this. If you've been watching my responses, if you wrote one of these posts and I responded, I hope you enjoyed my response. So let's take a look at the next one. It's a question by jslplay. And this person asks, do INFJs talk to themselves a lot? As an INFJ, I've found myself talking to myself throughout the day, even for a couple hours a day. Sometimes before bed, I'll talk to myself about how my day went, or rather have nostalgic thoughts. Think about how fun some memories were. Talking to myself helps me process information, get through the day anxiety-free. I don't talk to myself in front of other people, only in private settings or in places where I know other people won't be around or notice me talking with myself. Talking to myself helps me stay in the present since I'm usually in my head. I'm wondering if any of you all also talk to themselves frequently, even for a couple hours or throughout the day. I feel like I have to pep talk myself before difficult days to feel stronger. What you're describing is not unique to INFJs, actually, as far as I understand. It's called the dialogical self, I believe. Let's double check that. Dialogical self. Is this going to be, how easy is this going to be to open up? Let's see here. So it's really about how we as people communicate with ourselves. We ask ourselves questions. You can see there's like micro dialogues. Physical setting, meta positions, I for myself, gender status, embodiment and affection. There's a lot to it. I think humans in general have to do this to contextualize themselves in their environment. Do INFJs do this more than other types? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'd say it's hard to speculate whether they do. What I think INFJs do a lot of that some other types don't do is take inventory of their own perceptions. So they might ask themselves questions that other types are less likely to ask themselves, like, what does this mean, or why, or what was that about? What did this person, I noticed this inflection that made me think about something else that they said, or it has changed my perspective of this person, or who they are, or what they're all about, things like that. So, so I think it's the INFJ curiosity that might encourage an INFJ to ask questions of themselves that other people might not ask, where other less inquisitive types might just accept the reality that's in front of them. INFJs will tend to see beyond that reality and try to see the subtext of what's being said. So when an INFJ talks to somebody, a lot of times I think, and this is kind of based on my experience, but I think an INFJ will almost completely, not completely, but almost completely disregard what somebody is saying in favor of what is being communicated between the lines. So the inflection of their voice and everything you know about this person, the context that they're in, the mental state they appear to be in at the time, their emotional state, the energy that they're giving off, all these like micro expressions and little cues and things like that are the things that INFJs are going to be picking up on subconsciously. So they're going to have self-dialogues about that later on to kind of process that information and think about, okay, what does this mean about this person or my relationship with this person? And if it has to do with, you mentioned memory. So let's go back to that post. JSL Play, you mentioned nostalgic thoughts, thinking about how fun some memories were. So let's get a little introverted sensing there. But yeah, I mean, INFJs need to process their thoughts and feelings in a kind of logical way, to take inventory of their intuitions and really readjust the whole structure and say, you know, what do I understand about the world? How has that changed? Where am I at right now? What am I doing right now? So I don't think what you're doing is uncommon, probably, for an INFJ. It's probably not too uncommon for people in general as well, but there probably are some types that are going to be more likely to take inventory of, you know, INFPs probably are taking a lot more inventory of their feelings. INFJs are probably taking a lot more inventory of the feelings of others. Where they fit into their social construct. Maybe they're thinking about the larger universe and how they fit into it. Yeah, I hope that is helpful. I'm going to leave it there. And please like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me on this magical journey.